Meanwhile, in Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life Town.
Check it out, they go slide.
So there's a mod right now out on the internet that enables a bunch of hidden effects from Watch Dogs. Effects that make it look exactly like it did at E3 2012, which is interesting because Ubisoft they haven't really given us a legit justification for why Watch Dogs was downgraded so far, but the basic idea has been, well, we couldn't do it, and the environment's too large, and this and that and the other, and the optimization isn't possible, but we're working on it. We're working really hard on it, guys. Trust us, we're working so hard on it. And Uplay, we're gonna make that work. We promise you, PC gamers, while we turn around and fuck you in the butt. So if you haven't heard, the mod, it's just changing config files. It's not like Ice Enhancer. It's not like any kind of natural overhaul thing from Skyrim, like Total Biscuit said. I somewhat paraphrased in there, but it's not something where I'm taking the engine and I'm injecting shit into it. It's not something where I'm modifying the game's engine. I'm not adding any effects. I'm not adding any layers. I am unlocking things in the game's engine that were already in the game. So it's not as much a mod as it is a decrippler. It's like you had this really huge bodybuilder who was just full of steroids, to the brim, like he was bleeding steroids when he poked himself with a pin or something, right? And then he decided that because this bodybuilder is too nice and that consoles can't handle this bodybuilder, we need to put him in a really big ugly ass brace that makes him only able to hobble and cry for help, because that's totally justified even if everybody else can handle the bodybuilder. Now, there are a few reasons why that could have happened. It could be, as a lot of us are thinking, the console version didn't look as nice as Ubisoft wanted it to, so they locked down the PC version. It could also be because Ubisoft figured nobody's PC could handle it, and well, the latter of that doesn't really make sense, because Crytek releases, all the Crysis games would melt the PCs that they were running on, kind of with the exception of Crysis 2 because it was a little console-y. And those games still sell fine because there are lower tier settings below that. I mean, the goal of a PC game should always be to push the technology as far as you can. So that leaves us with the more likely answer being, oh fuck, the next-gen consoles aren't as next-gen as we thought they were. Shit, better lock down the PC version so PS4 people aren't like, hey, I paid $400 for this. Why doesn't it run my games? I'm entitled. And that's a really scummy move. It makes me feel like somebody over at Ubisoft has a bent Chris Chan dick. It's good that we have this mod that we can use. It's great that we can mod the game and make it look like it was originally supposed to look, but what happened with Ubisoft? Did they lock it down and then not tell the development team to remove the files? Did some vengeful person on the development team, leave the files in there because he felt like having people find them? Was the guy who actually found this stuff out and made the mod to unlock these settings, was he originally part of the Ubisoft Montreal team, and was he vengeful about this whole thing? I don't know. Now we've got this huge conspiracy surrounding the visual effects of a AAA title, of all things. Of all things. Seriously, Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. PC Master Race, comment your opinion.